Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm glad you all are here. First thing I want to do is just thank anybody who's found their way in. Check out my knife, my ADC content. I really appreciate it. If you're so inclined and you like the content, if you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, it helps me out hugely. I want to thank all the channel members. You guys and gals are great. I appreciate you all more than you know. And I want to thank my local buddy, A to Z EDC, who is on Instagram. Right there, I've asked you guys on the unboxing to give him a follow. If you get a chance, give him a follow on Instagram. He's got a killer collection. He lives here in my hometown. We go to Blade Show together and stuff. And he's nice enough to let me hang on to knives for a while, week or two, check them out. And that's how I came into contact with this, which is the Chris Reeves Large Sebenza 21 with bog oak inlays. It's got an MX gear clip on it. I don't think he put that on. I think it was there when he bought it because I think he picked this up on the secondary. This knife, I don't think this particular configuration with the bog oak inlay and the S45 VN blade steel, which this one has, is currently available. But I will put a link to GP Knives, one of my affiliate links, to the Chris Reeves section, where you can see some of the ones that are available. This is a knife that had never really caught my attention, garnered my attention, excited me for several reasons. It was just, I look at knives to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess you'd call them, have a little bit more modern feel or a little bit more refinement, or I guess it just all boils down to a better action. This is the knife that's on washers, that has a thumb stud, a single thumb stud. I'm a reverse flick guy, but this knife, I've come to learn, it's got this pyramid shaped thumb stud, which is just a huge negative all the way around. In my opinion, I wish the thumb stud was shaped a little bit differently, but it's fine for what it is, and it's to slow roll out. And I've seen a lot of people replace this stud. What I don't know is if it's press fit in, which I think I've heard it is, but Tie Connector makes replacement studs, so they are available. I've got the blade a little bit smutsy. Let me clean it up. So that wouldn't be a deal breaker at all for me, because the bottom line is I didn't understand this knife, I guess is the point, because I was looking at knives for their pizzazz, their finesse, and I can thumb flick this knife, whoops, but I don't like to. I mean, it feels better just to slow roll it out. And that Chris Reeves integral lock, i.e. frame lock, is just, listen to this. That's just slow rolling it out, closing it, slow rolling it out. Just a very pleasant experience that I would not think that I would jam with, right? And I think what's attracted me to it is so ergonomically perfect in my hand as a tool, as a cutting tool, and it cuts things so well. This is an S45 VN deep hollow ground blade that is super thin behind the edge. I mean, it's just a therapeutic slicer. I won't bore y'all with it, because if I make a couple more slices, I will go into the trance. But I see what all the hype for people who like Chris Reeves knives is about. Packaging, as you guys saw the unboxing, is out of the world, out of this world. It's got disassembly instructions. It's got kind of a blown apart parts list. So we always thought that you had to cut this off, because I would, of course, not want the lanyard on one that I'm going to eventually get. But you could, if you wanted to keep this, you could just simply take the knife apart and take the lanyard out. That way you keep it in the box if you were ever going to resell the knife if somebody wanted it. But I would probably put a tie connector on there. Maybe not. It's just that pyramid stud, to me, does not feel very grippy. If it was more of a jimpy type stud that was more, not pyramid shape, but more cylindrical and a little bit more proud for this size knife, I think it would just make it easier to roll out. But again, that's not going to be by any means a negative. The Sebenza, the Large Sebenza, or the Large Sebenza 31 inlay, this one here, is going to be a full-size knife. So if we were going to look at this next to the Cold Steel 4max with the Sawtooth grind and our Civivi Baby Banter, it's going to be smaller than the 4max, much bigger than the Baby Banter. Let's got it next to a bug out. I've got it over here. Much larger than the bug out. And a Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So guys, it's going to be about PM2 size. So it's a full-sized knife, which comes in, let's get our Javon tape measure. And we will learn that this guy comes in at right under 8.5 inches. Yeah, between 8 1/4 and 8.5 inches. The blade here from the tip of the body is going to be right around 3 3/4. The body of the knife is going to be right over 4.5. So it is a full-size knife, and this little choil area is a clean 4 inches. So from right here to right here, you've got a full 4 inches. So this is by all means a big knife. I'd always heard about Chris Reeve's knives being both American made. I met Tim at Blade Show 2022. This is just exquisitely done knife, gentleman's folder. Very, very minimal tolerances, tight tolerances. You've got this washer action, which is very smooth all the way through. You don't have any movement in that blade laterally as you open it or close it. I've really become, the way that it feels in my pocket, and I don't know how the stock clip, which is in the box, I didn't put it on, I didn't put a screw to this knife or a Torx to this knife, but this clip is extremely comfortable. You don't feel the knife in your pocket. It carries exceptionally well. And I'd always heard that, which I never saw how I would have put Chris Reeves in the trinity of USA production knives, or small production knives, where they group Hinderer, so XM18, and Strider as the holy trinity. And I don't know where I heard that, but this knife is going to be the same size roughly as your XM18 or your Strider SNG. Again, the Strider has that similar slow roll, real pleasant action. You can also reverse flick it, but it's tighter, right? It's on washers. The Hinderer, you can operate on phosphorus bronze washers, on Teflon washers, or on bearings, but just two very well-made USA knives. And after spending about a week and a half with this guy, I can tell you that this Idaho-made Chris Reeves Large Sebenza is an absolute winner. Let me get the scale. This is, again, more of an overview than a review, because I've not hard used this knife. I've not tried to put an edge on this knife. I have no doubt that it would operate fantastically if I had to use it on a campsite, if I had to use it to cut food, cut wood, cut, say, Slurpees. It's going to do fine. So it weighs, with this clip and the lanyard, 4.5 ounces. So it's a 4.5 ounce knife with about 3 3/4 inch blade, which I think is a good ratio. Premium materials. And again, that's the bog oak inlay, titanium, just a winner. Again, I want to thank my buddy, A to Z EDC. Where did I put his little card? Here it is. For letting me use this knife and letting me review it. He's let me review a couple other knives, several other knives. I've got another one coming later this week or next week. And again, he's a great source for really cool stuff. Y'all be sure to give him a follow if you don't mind. He's well worth the eye candy. But guys, I appreciate each and every one of you. I have changed my opinion on Chris Reeves, just like I did on Spartan, like I did on Hinderer, like I did on slip joints, like I did on fixed blades. The moral of the story is keep an open mind as you take this journey through the knife world, and whatever you like is great. That's what you should focus on, and enjoy it, whatever it is, and keep an open mind, because you never know if you try something, if you check out something, if you expand your comfort zone, not in budget necessarily, but just in knife type, you might find something you really like. I was really surprised. I did not think I would be in the market. I thought I'd be able to tear this knife apart in a review and talk about how it just didn't suit me because my jam is so different, what I normally carry. Like today, I'm carrying my Lumia because I like the action, so slick. But again, I've been carrying this for almost a week, and I just love it. It's a fantastic knife. The sharpening choil on this is absolutely cash money. You've got your plunge all the way back here, so you've got plenty of sharpenings. It's razor sharp. I don't know if these are done by hand. I almost tend to think that they are, because they're just done so well. Again, the titanium, the fit and finish, the hardware, the standoffs, it's just well done. I'm very impressed, and again, one of those kind of proud to be an American moment. This is a knife that I would definitely invest in because I know it's a lifelong tool. This is more suited to an heirloom piece knife tool than a lot of knives I've come across. I mean, this is that knife that your granddad had when we're our age, or your great granddad had. Just in terms of the simplicity of the build and the solidness of the build, and the fact that I can't imagine anything going wrong on this knife, where if you took care of it, you couldn't give it to your kids and they couldn't give it to their kids. It's just a quality piece, and I can appreciate that. So guys, this is the Large Sebenza, in a lot of different forms. I'll put a link just to GP's. It'll be one of my affiliate links just to their Sebenza section, so you can kind of look through them if you're interested, or you can just Google Sebenza. That's probably the best way to do it. If you want to help the channel, I'm going to start putting some affiliate links in the descriptions just in case you want to use them, right? But I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your encouragement. I appreciate your friendship. All I ask is please look out for that guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Be up. Peace.